by policemen. But just to say, as we wait for the start here in pouring rain, that we have another attractive second division match to come on tonight's scrum down. That's Halifax against Dewsbury at Thrumhall. But now we're all set at Craven Park. We're David Watkins and John Hell.
Well, it's not the loveliest of afternoons for Craven Park to make its debut on scrum down. Torrential rain and rather a murky afternoon, but let's hope the rugby is more to be savoured. Rovers in their usual red and white strip, Swinton in the blue. And I don't think it's been an easy trip across the Pennines for Swinton either. They only arrived at the ground 40 minutes before the kick-off. Just kept in. And this pitch, by the way, is the maximum width. So some of these players might find it a bit strenuous as the day goes on. Topping's kick, and held up in the wind, and the real fumble, and that was all a little bit messy. The referee, a very familiar figure on scrum down, Robin Whitfield from Widnes. There he is. Easily seeable today. Well, generally, David, when we've covered second division matches, we've been well treated. We've had some smashing games in the second division on scrum down, and I think expectations are high for this one.
Yes, they are. Conditions are poor here this afternoon, and well-laid plans might have to be changed. And this, what we're looking for, the initiative of one or two players that can just do that.
There's a great ball from Cassidy for Topping, and Swinton running it well down that left touchline, and the first try of the game has gone to Derek Bate. A regular try scorer over many seasons for Swinton. He's a man who's on the transfer list, but that's not going through his mind at the moment. And Bate has a try for Swinton in the first couple of minutes.
Well, this is a try really that highlights just what you can do by moving the ball out wide quickly, drawing the man, passing, taking the pass correctly, right the way along the line. That's a super try for any coach to have gratification for.
Not an easy kick, as you can see. A little swirl in the wind as well. It's gone across the face of the goal. But even so, Swinton and their coach Jim Crellin highly delighted with that start. 4 points for the good.
Well, what's even more important really is that they're playing against the elements as well, the wind and the rain, and to score a try early like that can only do them the power of good.
Mike Fletcher restarts the game. That'll be a penalty or offside. Not too quickly. Already the hair plastered down on the head of Paul Topping. Andy Fusil is the huge figure at number 10 who came charging up there. Back once more for Topping, and it's a good ploy from Swinton this. Give it to the full-back, let him kick, gain ground. Territorial advantage, all important. Now Rovers turn to run it with Bishop. And a good incisive run from the little Welshman as well. And a charge down the touchline for Anthony Sullivan. Sullivan going just like his dad Clive used to do. They say he clocked 100 metres in 11 seconds recently. He was certainly swift on that occasion. And Rovers are coming on, roared on by their fans. Oh, that one unfortunately squirting out of the hands of fullback Lightfoot. That was promising from Hull KR.
Well, early indications of both sides are that they're prepared to move the ball, and that's most enterprising of both sides. They're moving it well, they're running onto the ball well. Look at Bishop here, this is determination now as he really stretches the defence, slips a lovely pass to Sullivan, and really Sullivan does the right thing for the wing, goes as far as he possibly can, cuts inside a little here, just to make sure he keeps the ball in play. Good wing work.
Vanett, big fellow this Paul Vanett, 6'4", 15 stone 7. Little Robinson's hardly in that league. Niebling, Ois. Oh, that's well taken on. Terrific take by the loose forward, and if he can just hold them off, he's there for the try. What a very good try indeed from Tony Botica. Well, it's his 4th try for Hull Kingston Rovers in only half a dozen games since his arrival, the junior All Black. And he looks to have been a very good acquisition on that.
Well, they've got to move it forward here, and Niebling has a fine run here, tries to knock off people, tries to get the ball away, a little fortunate perhaps, but that's good backing up by him. He plucked it out of the air, caught the Swinton defence napping, rounded the full-back and scored despite being held.
And Mike Fletcher gives Hull Kingston Rovers the lead for the first time in the game with his conversion. It's 6-4 with Fletcher's 39th goal already this season. And Anthony Sullivan. Well, the errors in play are going to be interesting, but perhaps a little unrealistic on a day like this. Ranson.
Well, Jim Cullen did say he had a lot of injuries before the game, but certainly the Swinton side is playing with plenty of enthusiasm and a lot of commitment. And another statement he made is they always feel happier playing away from Swinton at Station Road. So perhaps this afternoon we'll see them play a good game.
That's a good point, and they are without the likes of John Milett and Steve O'Neill, the former Witness pair. They've got some experience, and Cassidy throws a good long ball out. It's going to be almost worth a lap of honour if you hold on to passes today. That's this little scrum half who started well. Hancock, and the pass is away for Topping. Topping's only got one man to beat. Has he got the legs to get to the line? He has, and that is a truly excellent try from the Swinton fullback, Paul Topping. Initially it was Hancock, but Topping was at his side to produce Swinton's 2nd try of the afternoon.
Well, Hancock takes advantage of a quick, it's slippy, he's got the defence going on the outside, comes through, and even 2 tacklers leave it to 1, but he still slips the ball out. Now that's good full-back play because he's up on his shoulder, he split the defence completely, he only has the full-back to beat, and he takes him all the way to the try line. A marvellous try for Topping. Again, we can see it here. Just watch the way now. He jinks about here, causes havoc with the Hull Kingston Rovers defence, pops it up, Topping on his outside, takes the defence on the outside, running away from the fullback, makes it difficult for him to get him. Wing coming across, can't hold him. Marvellous try for Topping.
Well, then, can Topping convert his own try? It's swirling, and it's swirling away. But Swinton have restored their advantage, 8-6 they're in front. But it is a point, David, that Hull KR so far here at home have had matches against Trafford Borough and Nottingham, and they've scored over 100 points. Now all of a sudden they're up against a much tougher nut.
That's right, this Swinton side, as we've already said, they've been there or thereabouts in the 1st division for a number of years, and they've come here today with a lot of commitment. They might have injuries, but Krellin did say at the head of the programme that the young players coming in have got their opportunity to shine, and certainly they're putting together a good team performance so far this afternoon.
Armstrong. It's becoming a frustrating exercise for Rovers.
Yes, but it's very good defence by Swinton, because they're coming in from the outside and the man is blind on the right and left-hand side, and they're knocking them down in tackles, and that's really only because everybody is coming up together as one.
Again, we saw there, it's a question of now you have it, now you don't. And now they haven't got it again. Oh, good kick through, and good recovery, and the ball carries on through the hands. Snape and really good attacking work here from Swinton. And they camped no more than 10 yards out, and then he put it straight into the closest pair of hands. They turned out to be Mike Smith. Swinton have got some ideas. Again, the slip with the kick, and it sums it up really. There's a danger of hurting yourself on an occasion like that. Bishop happily is on his feet. Swinton have certainly had their share of the possession.
Yes, they certainly have, and they've used it well as well. They kicked little chips ahead. They brought the man on the outside. They haven't kept it tight at all, and I know a lot of mistakes have been made on both sides, but it's been enterprising play by both teams this afternoon.
It's a good day for forwards, and here's one of the Kiwi contingent, Shane Tupea. Cassidy switches the point of attack. He gets his pass away though to Hancock. Kicks too long this time. The Bishop combine, and Bishop goes for that gap, and he's almost through it as well. Critical tackle it was as well by Morrison, and now we've got bother. Referee Whitfield and the touch judges are in very sharply indeed, and it was as well that they were, and you could see in Robin Whitfield's face there, it's stay away and keep out of the trouble.
Watch how he goes in here, and it's hanging on to the tackle here, and he does hold on to him here, and of course Bishop wriggling to get free. I think it might have been slightly accidental, but of course Cassidy didn't think so, and he came in and took something out of Bishop, and that caused a little hassle all round.
There's a little lecture here for Frank Cassidy. And indeed, he's got the yellow card and he's got 10 minutes. And so has David Bishop. So referee Whitfield obviously felt that he had used the boot illegally.
Well, it's always a difficult decision to make, I suppose, really, and he was hanging on there, but he sent the two of them off, and you can't be any fairer than that.
Topping's not found the mark yet with his two previous kicks. It would be a good time for Swinton for him to find it now. Any points they can accrue in this first half to the wind will be of great value in the final analysis, and there are two from the boot of Paul Topping, and they take Swinton into a 10-6 lead. The shouts are of "Come on Rovers" from the whole Kingston Rovers crowd. They're not used to seeing their team behind in the second division.
I can understand that, but you have to give full credit to this Swinton side. They're playing against the wind, and they've done really well. They've moved the ball out well, and Topping in particular has had an outstanding first half.
And Rovers down to 12 men, and of course Swinton down to 12 as well, so there's no numerical advantage to be getting for the moment. Oh, that's a difficult kick. Almost went straight to Fletcher. It's gone to Gary Clark. Gary Clark, who's got 5 tries in his 2 appearances on this ground, including his 100th for the club this season. So he knows the way to the try line. Does Robinson here? No progress at all from the ex-Halifax man. Fans restless for a little bit of action from their favourites, and Armstrong felt that one all right. offside against Swinton now. David Bishop for the moment sits it out and has time to ponder. Well, there you have it. And Mike Fletcher's 40th goal of the season cuts the deficit to 2 again. Dribbling it, looking for that. Oh, Smith almost given a piggyback there by Tupea. Bottika's obviously got an eye for the line. He seems to sense just where it is when he sets off. Now Vanett. Fine tackle again by this young man, Michael Hancock, the scrum half. Doesn't look overawed at all in his first season in the professional code. Tackle, and that's what Rovers have got to do, and it's setting off here. Bottica, oh, it was a bit wild, but there must still be an overlap if they can get it over for Gary Clark. He cuts inside, goes outside, back inside. Gary Clark gets his usual try here for Rovers. Just when they most needed it. It's 8 for him now this season, 6 of them at the new Craven Park. And he always seems to get one on scrum down.
Well, they certainly needed that. That came from a mistake, a little lack of discipline. But the loose forward goes right through you, throws a ball, which goes not to hand. But that throws the defence out of all alignment. And as a result, Clark, now he should have gone really on the outside. He didn't. He pirouetted between two, and he just had to stand there and watch him score.
And again, a difficult kick for Fletcher. Oh, in off. Well, it was almost a snooker. 14 points to 10. LKR back in the lead. It's really going to and fro. And David Bishop prepares to come back onto the pitch, along with Frank Cassidy, who's just behind him. You saw the touch judge waving there. So Bishop's on, Cassidy's on, and we're back to 13 aside. Swinton's turn to pick it out the scrum, and Hudson, the loose forward, who's not done badly at all on his return to the side. And the lights have been on from the start here on this grisly afternoon at Craven Park. Bishop. And that's the last action of the half. And again, it was Cassidy and Bishop who were wrestling for it. But it's half-time here at Craven Park, and a very good half too, with both sides scoring a couple of tries. Both sides have held the lead. Botica and Gary Clark, the tries for Hull KR. Bate and Topping, an excellent try, that one for Swinton. 3 goals for Mike Fletcher, 1 for Topping.
But now you've got more problems with your hospital wards for even bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, the injuries come at a bad time, I'm afraid. It's thrown us a bit. I think we'll do well to hang in here because we've lost 2 key players. A good scrum half and a creative centre. I think it's a back-to-the-wall situation now.
Jim, thanks very much indeed. John, we're underway.
It certainly is a blow to Swinton and symptomatic of their season, those 2 injuries, David.
Yes, it is, and but I would think that if they had the same creative and tenacity that it came out in the first half, use this wind correctly in the second half, I still think they can put up one hell of a fight.
So in the first half, Hull KR well ahead in the scrums, taking them 7-3. Well done to Chris Rudd. Longer one against the head. But Rovers conceding 2 more penalties than the visitors. And I said there'd be a lot of errors in play, and Rovers have made 15, Swinton 11 so far. And I'm sure that there'll be a significant increase in that figure by the end of the 80 minutes. Zouk Emma, the man who was on the transfer list at 140,000 but has recently signed a new contract. And the first offside of the half is awarded against Swinton. So it's been quite a busy afternoon for Robin Whitfield, but that's the way refs want it, and especially in conditions like this, they want to move around and keep occupied. Parker, so they've got their 2 subs on as well of OKR in this half. There's Parker swivelling and giving it to Niebling. Niebling's been like a breath of fresh air, I'm told, here at Craven Park, and Chris Rudd, it's good to see him back in the thick of things. Chris Rudd was close to a Great Britain call-up a couple of years ago when he had a horrific car accident. Suffered a fractured skull in a road accident, but here are Hull KR now, powering towards the Swinton line. Bishop skipping along, really seems to be enjoying himself today, David Bishop, but he's got a penalty for his team there.
Yes, he is. He's lost a stone of weight. He's given Roger all the sort of encouragement he wants, and that's good for him and good for Hull Kingston Rovers.
And Mark Shields has gone off, I think. I didn't actually see the yellow card, but it must be 10 minutes for Mark Shields, or is he going straight to the dressing room? I think he's going straight to the dressing room. So Shields sent off, and he'd not been on very long, and Fletcher takes toll, 2 more points. Rovers extend their lead to 6 points. Well, let's have another look at that incident in which Mark Shields got sent off.
Well, Bishop now taking the ball deep out of defence, comes across, and yes, it was there. That was adjudged to have been a trip.
Niebling. Well, he's a former Australian Test player, is this man. He played in all 3 tests here in the last tour, and he looks the part when he goes like that. Bishop changed his mind, ducked under the tackle, got the ball away superbly to Mike Smith. No support for the Rovers, coming up now in the shape of Anthony Sullivan. And that was exciting, and it all came about because Bishop was willing to look for the pass and the tackle. Shouts of "Come on you Reds" from the Robins fans. Try now might just kill Swinton's hopes. Smith has got the ball away from Bishop. Bishop's backing up and supporting well in this match. He's making some good breaks too. Show it, and there must be a try for Wayne Parker, the substitute. Wayne Parker wriggles in. Didn't matter about the tackle from the opposition substitute Pickavans. Parker was always going to get over that line from the ball, and Swinton now in danger of collapse, I suppose, down to 12 men, and Hull KR beginning to run into tries perhaps.
Well, they were a bit frustrated in the first half. They've continued to throw the ball about, building on the platform, and Wayne Parker goes in quite easily for a try here from a lot of pressure on the Swinton defence down to 12 men.
A lot of pressure indeed, and Mike Fletcher can add to that pressure. With 2 more points, safely chipped through the middle, the Hull Kingston Rovers soar into a 22 points to 10 lead. Oh, that's a good break again by Chris Rudd, who manages to keep his feet. Lost the ball, referee says play on, and it's put Ranson under some pressure. Now Swinton trying to spread eagle the Rovers defence, with this young fella topping again. He's had a very good match.
Well, yes, I'd heard a bit about him before this game this afternoon, and he is a youngster on the start of a rugby league career. He's done very, very well. He's quite an enterprising player, and we've already seen a number of parts of his play that have been most pleasing. He joins the line, he scores tries, he kicks very well.
Fusil, another young man who's done well since he came in, scored his first try last week against Carlisle. Now there could be an overlap on the right, but good tackle from Greg Austin, despite the ankle injury he's picked up. Morrison feeds Melling. Important for Rovers to keep their shape now. As Cassidy kicks again for Sullivan. He's testing him. The youngster doesn't seem to mind that. Niebling through the hands, Emma gets in a one as well. Bishop's herring for the line. Hurls the ball back inside. Greg Austin will be the scorer. But a really imaginative pass from David Bishop, setting him up. Surely now Hull KR are going to preserve the 100% record they've got on their new ground. Emma's strength.
Enterprising play, down to 12 men. Doing the right thing, moving the ball out wide. Look how they take the man out. Duke Emma lifts the pass. Bishop, the reformed character he is now, bursting onto the ball, flips it inside, takes the defence with him on the outside. Greg Austin has a clear run to the line.
And a simple matter for Mike Fletcher to add on another couple of points. The game is going beyond Swinton now, no doubt about that. It's 28-10.
Moving the ball out, now they realise they're down to 12, but they're always willing to let the ball out, and Bishop comes on the burst. That's what we're looking for. Now look how he takes the defence out on his outside, flips it back inside, leaving Greg Austin an open run to the line.
Bishop's taking it as well as giving it in this match. And they're really throwing it around now. Confidence flooding through the veins of Hull Kingston Rovers. Parker, good passing movement once more. Fletcher. Clark's gone inside him. Well, you can expect Greg Austin to get another try, because every time he's got one, he's gone on to get two this season. Bishop thought of giving it to Smith, thought again, spins away. Well, Hull Kingston Rovers have had no difficulty finding the try line at all this season. They're keeping up their record. The chant now is going up. Well, it may be a little premature, it's very early in the season. Certainly on the evidence we've seen today, Hull Kingston Rovers have got to be amongst the favourites.
Well, yes, they've got all the experience and the know-how, certainly, of players left over from last year in their first division days. And they must also give them the experience to really battle through the second division and give the fans in this new stadium here what they really want. That's first division football.
Been a very impressive return to the side for Hudson, the loose forward, and the Swinton pack has worked very hard. Oh, Bishop again darting into the gap, and still he goes. He's amazingly strong. He's not a tall chap, but he's very, very durable. Just what Rovers wanted. They've got the ball from the scrum. Emma. Now there could be chances. The break through the middle. The pass inside. slip from Austin, and he couldn't pass it because Bishop had just got ahead of him. So he sensibly clung on. And now it's a question of Swinton regrouping as Rovers throwing the ball around. And there was just one too many. It slipped out of their hand. Oh, and now it's put to ground by Swinton. Chances again for Rovers as Chris Rudd takes it. Vanek and Bottigrou just clung on. We're all looking for it. Bishop, Armstrong, Fletcher can't hold it. It's a bit of a muddle out there. Pickavance, the substitute. There was a suggestion in that 54-4 win here against Nottingham that all the LKR players wanted to get their names on the score sheet, and perhaps weren't quite as disciplined as they should have been. It's important they don't get into the same frame of mind now.
Well, probably one of the problems they're having this afternoon now in the last few minutes is that they're trying to move the ball all the time to another man, and sometimes it just means that a pass to the man next to you is better than missing out a man, as they've tried to do on a number of occasions, which has thrown long balls out and people have been unable to take them.
Sullivan did well to get that one away from Bishop, and Bishop times a lovely pass out here for Austin. Well, they're running it well. Armstrong, Smith. Well, these fellas do give absolutely everything. Marvellous Sunday afternoon entertainment. Parker. Niebling. Turning it back. And the loose forward Bottigrou has got one try from a similar sort of a run. It's almost there. Rudd, Fletcher, Gary Clark. He knew where the line was, but with three fellas hanging on like that, it's difficult to get there.
I think you have to pay tribute to this Swinton side. They're down to 12 men. They've lost the advantage of a wind and the rain behind them in the second half, and they've stuck manfully to the task, and Hawkinson Rovers will have to be a little more impressive, I believe, in bigger games against stronger opposition than they have been this afternoon, despite their 28 points to 10 lead.
Oh, he's taken the ball only about 5 yards out, quarter of an hour to go. Rovers really ought to be able to conjure up a try from this situation. Rudd, Parker, out for Clark, and Gary Clark is there. His second. And Rovers continue to pile up the points and go into the 30s. It was all too easy for the former Great Britain man.
Well, this try was a result of a lost ball under the post. The defence has to be stretched again, and wisely so. They move in the ball out wide, catches him short, and he goes in quite comfortably at the corner. Watch how they move it out wide. They've got to now because it is a 12-man defence. It's just a matter of moving the ball. A wise pass here, misses out a man, catches the Swinton defence short, and makes it easy for Gary Clark to get into the corner.
Good try from Fletcher. Oh, it was an excellent try. Without due reward, but Rovers' reward is that they've got 32 points.
Well, they have all the ingredients here at Hull for Kingston Rovers, that is, for a good side. They've got a good crowd behind them and a superb stadium here this afternoon.
That was an intelligent kick. So, Swinton will pack down for this scrum. Although it'll be the Rovers put in. And the loose head, Bishop packs down at the back. Now, again, they're flinging that ball wide, and they've got to find these open spaces. Fletcher, searing run from Fletcher. Oh, and he's got support at his side from Smith. Fletcher showing his strength, and I suppose Swinton, there must be a danger of tired legs now as well.
Well, I think so. They'll be despondent as well. They know that they played well in that first half. They knew perhaps that they had a chance in the second half. Two injuries which has affected them tremendously, and lack of the weather.
try for David Bishop. The most popular one perhaps of the afternoon, and how he has worked and deserved that. The 6th try for Rovers this afternoon, so they maintain their average. And the announcement tells us that David Bishop has got another try, and it means that he this season has scored 6 and has scored in all but one match.
But here they are again, moving the ball out now wide. Well, just watch the draw, and it's a perfect draw at time pass, and Bishop really strong burst on. Look at the aggression, he knows where he wants to go. Goes all for a great try.
And another goal for Fletcher. So the score is mounting. They've reached 38. Amazingly, it's quite a nice afternoon here now at Craven Park. The rain has stopped. Rovers are running in tries. Their fans are happy. And if they can match Hull's score on Scrumdown last week, they'll be even happier. Swinton's ball for the moment. Swinton, who've not been able to add to their 10 points in this half. Oof, Cassidy felt the full force of Niebling. Tupea. Swinton will hope to make the scoreline a little more respectable from this. It's the best chance they've had of adding some points in the second half, closest they've been to the Rovers line. First man up will be prop forward Chadwick, the open side prop. Now here comes the blind side prop. It's Andy Fusil. Second row man Tupea trying to crash his way over by that top right. Only a couple of yards out, so can they show the initiative for a try? Cassidy. Rovers trying to keep their line intact. The ball was knocked back. So it's still Swinton's ball. Still they've got their chances. Ken Cassidy, a longer one this time, and only just clung onto by Sutton. Melling, the hooker, the real beaver. Morrison for Cassidy. No way through for Ranson, who's got 4 tries in one match this season, 8 in all. But the ball is lost, Swinton's chance is gone. Now they must concentrate on defence again. So Hull Kingston Rovers, as you would expect, really amassing the points in the second division. But now, once more, it's their turn to defend, having lost the ball. Switched for Topping. Substitute Pickavance. He's a big, tall lad and has had no running opportunities. And Andy Fusil gets that one away, and Tupea's in for a try for Swinton. Well, they've worked hard to get that try, and it says a lot for their spirit. Their doggedness is rewarded with Shane Tupea's try, the third of the afternoon for Swinton.
Well, they haven't given up hope at all, and this strong burst by Tupea illustrates just how much effort they put in, and their commitment has been total all afternoon, and he crashes through the Hull Kingston Rovers defence for a try.
and further consolation for Swinton from the boot of Paul Topping. And the points continue to come in this match, but Swinton have got 16 of them now. Just a couple of minutes to go here at Craven Park. Oh, an unfortunate for Swinton, that. Because it looked to me as though Tony Morrison was going well towards the try line, but in fact referee Whitfield had already awarded the penalty to the visitors. So ironically it's Swinton who are finishing the game quite strongly. Swinton get another try of their own to go into the 20s. Only about 60 seconds left. Ranson wants to do it all by himself. Chadwick. Cassidy, Hudson, Morrison, who was denied what might have been a try for himself. And there are a lot of players up here as Hudson gets it away, and Cassidy is an inch short, literally an inch short of the line. Unfortunate slip, and that brings us to the last tackle. They're relying on a kick now. Couldn't go to anybody this. In fact, it's gone to Sutton, and the final hooter has sounded. Victory then for Holkingston Rovers, convincingly by 38 points to 16. David Bishop there had a fine game, scored one of the tries. The Rovers scored 6 tries in all and kicked 7 goals from the boot